1. What does the root word hepat- refer to in medical terminology? Answer: liver rationale. The root word hepat- pertains to the liver, derived from the Greek hepar. It is used in terms like hepatitis, liver inflammation, and hepatectomy, liver removal. Understanding this root aids nurses in interpreting liver-related diagnoses and procedures. 2. What is the meaning of the root word cardio- in a patient's diagnosis of cardiomyopathy? Answer: heart rationale. Cardio- refers to the heart, from the Greek cardia. In cardiomyopathy, it indicates heart muscle disease. Nurses use this root to understand cardiac conditions like cardiology, heart study, or electrocardiogram, heart electrical activity. 3. What does the root word nephro- indicate in the term nephrology? Answer: kidney rationale. Nephro- means kidney, from the Greek nephros. In nephrology, it denotes kidney study. This root appears in terms like nephritis, kidney inflammation, and nephrectomy, kidney removal, guiding nurses in renal care. 4. What is the root word dermato- referring to in a patient with dermatitis? Answer: skin rationale. Dermato- refers to the skin, from the Greek derma. In dermatitis, it indicates skin inflammation. Nurses encounter this root in terms like dermatology, skin study, and dermatoma, skin tumor, aiding in skin-related assessments. 5. What does the root word gastro- mean in the term gastroenteritis? Answer: stomach rationale. Gastro- pertains to the stomach, from the Greek gaster. In gastroenteritis, it indicates stomach and intestinal inflammation. This root is seen in gastrectomy, stomach removal, and gastritis, stomach inflammation, critical for GI nursing care. 6. What is the meaning of the root word neuro- in a patient's neurology consultation order? Answer: nerve rationale. Neuro- refers to nerves or the nervous system, from the Greek neuron. In neurology, it denotes nerve study. Nurses use this root in terms like neuropathy, nerve disease, and neurosurgery, nerve surgery for neurological care. 7. What does the root word osteo- indicate in the term osteoporosis? Answer: bone rationale. Osteo- means bone, from the Greek osteon. In osteoporosis, it indicates bone porosity. This root appears in osteomyelitis, bone infection, and osteotomy, bone cutting, helping nurses understand skeletal conditions. 8. What is the root word pulmo- referring to in a diagnosis of pulmonary edema? Answer: lung rationale. Pulmo- pertains to the lungs, from the Latin pulmo. In pulmonary edema, it indicates lung fluid accumulation. Nurses see this root in pulmonology, lung study, and pneumonia, lung inflammation, guiding respiratory care. 9. What does the root word onco- mean in the term oncology? Answer: tumor rationale. Onco- refers to tumors or cancer, from the Greek onkos, mass. In oncology, it denotes cancer study. This root is used in oncogene, cancer-causing gene, and oncologist, cancer specialist, critical for cancer nursing. 10. What is the meaning of the root word thoraco- in a procedure called thoracentesis? Answer: chest rationale. Thoraco- means chest, from the Greek thorax. In thoracentesis, it indicates chest fluid removal. Nurses encounter this root in thoracotomy, chest incision, and thoracoscopy, chest examination, aiding in chest-related procedures. 11. What does the root word myo- refer to in the term myocardial infarction? Answer: muscle rationale. Myo- pertains to muscle, from the Greek mys. In myocardial infarction, it refers to heart muscle death. This root appears in myopathy, muscle disease, and myalgia, muscle pain, guiding nurses in muscle-related conditions. 12. What is the root word angio- indicating in the term angiography? Answer: vessel rationale. Angio- means blood vessel, from the Greek angion. In angiography, it denotes vessel imaging. Nurses use this root in angioplasty, vessel repair, and angioma, vessel tumor, critical for vascular care. 13. What does the root word cranio- mean in a patient with a craniotomy? Answer: skull rationale. Cranio- refers to the skull, from the Latin cranium. In craniotomy, it indicates skull incision. This root is seen in cranioplasty, skull repair, and craniosynostosis, skull suture fusion, aiding neurosurgical nursing. 14. What is the meaning of the root word arthro- in the term arthroscopy? Answer: joint rationale. Arthro- pertains to joints, from the Greek arthron. In arthroscopy, it denotes joint examination. Nurses encounter this root in arthritis, joint inflammation, and arthroplasty, joint replacement, guiding orthopedic care. 15. What does the root word hemato- indicate in the term hematology? Answer: blood rationale. Hemato- means blood, from the Greek haima. In hematology, it indicates blood study. This root appears in hematoma, blood collection, and hemoglobin, blood protein, critical for hematologic nursing. 16. What is the root word psych- referring to in a patient's psychiatric evaluation? Answer: mind rationale. Psych- pertains to the mind, from the Greek psyche. In psychiatric, it denotes mental health care. Nurses use this root in psychosis, mental disorder, and psychotherapy, mental treatment, guiding mental health nursing. 17. What does the root word chem- mean in the term chemotherapy? Answer: chemical rationale. Chem- refers to chemicals, from the Greek chemia. In chemotherapy, it indicates chemical treatment for cancer. This root is seen in chemoprophylaxis, chemical prevention, aiding nurses in pharmacology. 18. What is the meaning of the root word tox- in a patient with toxicology screening? Answer: poison rationale. Tox- means poison, from the Greek toxicon. In toxicology, it denotes poison study. Nurses encounter this root in toxemia, blood poisoning, and detoxification, poison removal, critical for emergency care. 19. What does the root word endo- indicate in the term endocrinology? Answer: within rationale. Endo- means within, from the Greek endon. In endocrinology, it refers to internal gland study. This root appears in endoscopy, internal examination, and endocrine, internal secretion, guiding endocrine nursing. 20. What is the root word broncho- referring to in a diagnosis of bronchitis? Answer: bronchus rationale. Broncho- pertains to the bronchus, from the Greek bronchos. In bronchitis, it indicates bronchial inflammation. Nurses use this root in bronchoscopy, bronchus examination, and bronchodilator, bronchus opener, aiding respiratory care. 21. What does the root word Colorado- mean in the term colonoscopy? Answer: colon rationale. Colorado- refers to the colon, from the Greek colon. In colonoscopy, it denotes colon examination. This root is seen in colitis, colon inflammation, and colostomy, colon opening, critical for GI nursing. 22. What is the meaning of the root word rhino- in a patient with rhinitis? Answer: nose rationale. Rhino- pertains to the nose, from the Greek rhes. In rhinitis, it indicates nasal inflammation. Nurses encounter this root in rhinoplasty, nose surgery, and rhinorrhea, nasal discharge, guiding ENT care. 23. What does the root word ophthalmo- indicate in the term ophthalmology? Answer: eye rationale. Ophthalmo- means eye, from the Greek ophthalmos. In ophthalmology, it denotes eye study. This root appears in ophthalmoscope, eye instrument, and ophthalmitis, eye inflammation, aiding eye care nursing. 24. What is the root word ot- referring to in a diagnosis of otitis media? Answer: ear rationale. Ot- pertains to the ear, from the Greek os. In otitis media, it indicates middle ear inflammation. Nurses use this root in otoscopy, ear examination, and otorrhea, ear discharge, critical for ENT nursing. 25. What does the root word vaso- mean in the term vasoconstriction? Answer: vessel rationale. Vaso- refers to blood vessels, from the Latin vas. In vasoconstriction, it indicates vessel narrowing. This root is seen in vasodilation, vessel widening, and vasospasm, vessel spasm, guiding vascular nursing. 26. What is the meaning of the root word phlebo- in a procedure called phlebotomy? Answer: vein rationale. Phlebo- means vein, from the Greek phleps. In phlebotomy, it denotes vein incision for blood draw. Nurses encounter this root in phlebitis, vein inflammation, aiding in IV therapy and blood collection. 27. What does the root word spleno- indicate in the term splenomegaly? Answer: spleen rationale. Spleno- refers to the spleen, from the Greek splen. In splenomegaly, it indicates spleen enlargement. This root appears in splenectomy, spleen removal, critical for abdominal nursing assessments. 28. What is the root word chole- referring to in a patient with cholecystitis? Answer: gallbladder rationale. Chole- pertains to the gallbladder, from the Greek chole. In cholecystitis, it indicates gallbladder inflammation. Nurses use this root in cholecystectomy, gallbladder removal, guiding biliary care. 29. What does the root word pneumo- mean in the term pneumothorax? Answer: lung rationale. Pneumo- refers to the lung or air, from the Greek pneumon. In pneumothorax, it indicates air in the pleural space. This root is seen in pneumonia, lung inflammation, aiding respiratory nursing. 30. What is the meaning of the root word uro- in a patient's urology consultation? Answer: urine rationale. Uro- pertains to urine or the urinary system, from the Greek auron. In urology, it denotes urinary system study. Nurses use this root in urography, urinary imaging, and urolithiasis, urinary stones, guiding renal care. 31. What does the root word adeno- indicate in the term adenocarcinoma? Answer: gland rationale. Adeno- means gland, from the Greek aden. In adenocarcinoma, it indicates glandular cancer. This root appears in adenopathy, gland disease, and adenoma, gland tumor, critical for oncology nursing. 32. What is the root word lipo- referring to in a diagnosis of lipoma? Answer: fat rationale. Lipo- pertains to fat, from the Greek lipos. In lipoma, it indicates a fatty tumor. Nurses encounter this root in lipolysis, fat breakdown, and lipid, fat molecule, aiding in metabolic care. 33. What does the root word cyto- mean in the term cytology? Answer: cell rationale. Cyto- refers to cells, from the Greek kaitos. In cytology, it denotes cell study. This root is seen in cytopenia, cell deficiency, and cytotoxic, cell killing, guiding nurses in lab and oncology care. 34. What is the meaning of the root word histo- in a patient's histopathology report? Answer: tissue rationale. Histo- means tissue, from the Greek histos. In histopathology, it indicates tissue disease study. Nurses use this root in histology, tissue study, aiding in biopsy interpretation. 35. What does the root word leuco- indicate in the term leukocytosis? Answer: white rationale. Leuco- refers to white or white blood cells, from the Greek leukos. In leukocytosis, it indicates increased white blood cells. This root appears in leukemia, white blood cell cancer, critical for hematology nursing. 36. What is the root word erythro- referring to in a diagnosis of erythrocytosis? Answer: red rationale. Erythro- means red or red blood cells, from the Greek erythros. In erythrocytosis, it indicates increased red blood cells. Nurses use this root in erythrocyte, red blood cell, guiding blood disorder care. 37. What does the root word thrombo- mean in the term thromboembolism? Answer: clot rationale. Thrombo- refers to a blood clot, from the Greek thrombos. In thromboembolism, it indicates a clot blocking a vessel. This root is seen in thrombosis, clot formation, aiding vascular nursing. 38. What is the meaning of the root word glyco- in a patient with glycosuria? Answer: sugar rationale. Glyco- pertains to sugar, from the Greek glykys. In glycosuria, it indicates sugar in urine. Nurses encounter this root in glycogen, sugar storage, and hyperglycemia, high blood sugar, guiding diabetic care. 39. What does the root word immuno- indicate in the term immunology? Answer: immune rationale. Immuno- means immune system, from the Latin immunes. In immunology, it denotes immune system study. This root appears in immunotherapy, immune treatment, critical for infection and cancer nursing. 40. What is the root word laparo- referring to in a procedure called laparoscopy? Answer: abdomen rationale. Laparo- pertains to the abdomen, from the Greek lapara. In laparoscopy, it indicates abdominal examination. Nurses use this root in laparotomy, abdominal incision, aiding surgical nursing. 41. What does the root word mast- mean in the term mastectomy? Answer: breast rationale. Mast- refers to the breast, from the Greek mastos. In mastectomy, it indicates breast removal. This root is seen in mastitis, breast inflammation, guiding breast health nursing. 42. What is the meaning of the root word stomato- in a patient with stomatitis? Answer: mouth rationale. Stomato- pertains to the mouth, from the Greek stoma. In stomatitis, it indicates mouth inflammation. Nurses encounter this root in stomatology, mouth study, aiding oral care. 43. What does the root word entero- indicate in the term enteritis? Answer: intestine rationale. Entero- means intestine, from the Greek enteron. In enteritis, it indicates intestinal inflammation. This root appears in enterostomy, intestinal opening, critical for GI nursing. 44. What is the root word cervic- referring to in a diagnosis of cervical cancer? Answer: neck rationale. Cervic- pertains to the neck or cervix, from the Latin cervix. In cervical cancer, it indicates cervix cancer. Nurses use this root in cervicitis, cervix inflammation, guiding gynecologic care. 45. What does the root word procto- mean in the term proctoscopy? Answer: rectum rationale. Procto- refers to the rectum, from the Greek proctos. In proctoscopy, it denotes rectal examination. This root is seen in proctitis, rectal inflammation, aiding GI nursing. 46. What is the meaning of the root word meno- in a patient with menorrhagia? Answer: menstruation rationale. Meno- pertains to menstruation, from the Greek men. In menorrhagia, it indicates heavy menstrual bleeding. Nurses use this root in menopause, menstruation cessation, guiding gynecologic care. 47. What does the root word orchid- indicate in the term orchiectomy? Answer: testicle rationale. Orchid- means testicle, from the Greek orchis. In orchiectomy, it indicates testicle removal. This root appears in orchitis, testicle inflammation, critical for urologic nursing. 48. What is the root word salping- referring to in a procedure called salpingectomy? Answer: tube rationale. Salping- pertains to tubes, fallopian or auditory, from the Greek salpinx. In salpingectomy, it indicates fallopian tube removal. Nurses use this root in salpingitis, tube inflammation, aiding gynecologic care. 49. What does the root word blepharo- mean in the term blepharitis? Answer: eyelid rationale. Blepharo- refers to the eyelid, from the Greek blepharon. In blepharitis, it indicates eyelid inflammation. This root is seen in blepharoplasty, eyelid surgery, guiding eye care nursing. 50. What is the meaning of the root word trachea- in a patient with tracheostomy? Answer: trachea rationale. Trachea- pertains to the trachea, from the Greek trachea. In tracheostomy, it indicates trachea opening. Nurses use this root in tracheitis, trachea inflammation, aiding respiratory care. 51. What does the root word kerato- indicate in the term keratitis? Answer: cornea rationale. Kerato- refers to the cornea or horny tissue, from the Greek keras. In keratitis, it indicates corneal inflammation. This root appears in keratoplasty, corneal transplant, guiding eye care nursing. 52. What is the root word myelo- referring to in a diagnosis of myelopathy? Answer: spinal cord rationale. Myelo- pertains to the spinal cord or bone marrow, from the Greek myelos. In myelopathy, it indicates spinal cord disease. Nurses use this root in myelogram, spinal cord imaging, aiding neurologic care. 53. What does the root word vas- mean in the term vasectomy? Answer: vessel rationale. Vas- refers to a vessel or duct, from the Latin vas. In vasectomy, it indicates ductus deferens incision. This root is seen in vascular, vessel-related, guiding urologic and vascular nursing. 54. What is the meaning of the root word phreno- in a patient with phrenic nerve injury? Answer: diaphragm rationale. Phreno- pertains to the diaphragm, from the Greek phren in phrenic. It indicates diaphragm-related nerve. Nurses use this root in phreналgia, diaphragm pain, aiding respiratory care. 55. What does the root word sarco- indicate in the term sarcoma? Answer: flesh rationale. Sarco- means flesh or connective tissue, from the Greek sarx. In sarcoma, it indicates connective tissue cancer. This root appears in sarcoidosis, flesh-like granulomas, critical for oncology nursing. 56. What is the root word pleuro- referring to in a procedure called pleurodesis? Answer: pleura rationale. Pleuro- pertains to the pleura, from the Greek pleura. In pleurodesis, it indicates pleural adhesion. Nurses use this root in pleuritis, pleural inflammation, aiding respiratory nursing. 57. What does the root word lympho- mean in the term lymphoma? Answer: lymph rationale. Lympho- refers to lymph or lymphatic system, from the Latin lympha. In lymphoma, it indicates lymphatic cancer. This root is seen in lymphadenopathy, lymph node disease, guiding oncology care. 58. What is the meaning of the root word aorto- in a patient with aortic aneurysm? Answer: aorta rationale. Aorto- pertains to the aorta, from the Greek aorte. In aortic aneurysm, it indicates aorta dilation. Nurses use this root in aortography, aorta imaging, aiding vascular nursing. 59. What does the root word chemo- indicate in the term chemotaxis? Answer: chemical rationale. Chemo- means chemical, from the Greek chemia. In chemotaxis, it indicates chemical-induced movement. This root appears in chemotherapy, chemical treatment, guiding pharmacology nursing. 60. What is the root word tonsillo- referring to in a procedure called tonsillectomy? Answer: tonsil rationale. Tonsillo- pertains to the tonsils, from the Latin tonsilla. In tonsillectomy, it indicates tonsil removal. Nurses use this root in tonsillitis, tonsil inflammation, aiding ENT care. 61. What does the root word glosso- mean in the term glossitis? Answer: tongue rationale. Glosso- refers to the tongue, from the Greek glossa. In glossitis, it indicates tongue inflammation. This root is seen in glossopharyngeal, tongue and throat nerve, guiding oral care nursing. 62. What is the meaning of the root word phago- in a patient with phagocytosis? Answer: eat rationale. Phago- means to eat, from the Greek phagion. In phagocytosis, it indicates cell eating of pathogens. Nurses use this root in phagocyte, eating cell, aiding immunology nursing. 63. What does the root word reno- indicate in the term renal failure? Answer: kidney rationale. Reno- pertains to the kidney, from the Latin renus. In renal failure, it indicates kidney dysfunction. This root appears in renography, kidney imaging, guiding renal nursing. 64. What is the root word gyno- referring to in a patient's gynecology visit? Answer: female rationale. Gyno- means female or reproductive organs, from the Greek gyna. In gynecology, it denotes female reproductive study. Nurses use this root in gynecologist, female specialist, aiding women's health care. 65. What does the root word necro- mean in the term necrosis? Answer: death rationale. Necro- refers to death, from the Greek nekros. In necrosis, it indicates tissue death. This root is seen in necrotizing, causing death, critical for wound and infection care. 66. What is the meaning of the root word pyo- in a patient with pyoderma? Answer: pus rationale. Pyo- pertains to pus, from the Greek pion. In pyoderma, it indicates pus in the skin. Nurses use this root in pyogenic, pus-producing, aiding infection nursing. 67. What does the root word hydro- indicate in the term hydrocephalus? Answer: water rationale. Hydro- means water or fluid, from the Greek hydor. In hydrocephalus, it indicates fluid in the brain. This root appears in hydration, fluid provision, guiding neurologic and fluid balance care. 68. What is the root word laryngo- referring to in a procedure called laryngoscopy? Answer: larynx rationale. Laryngo- pertains to the larynx, from the Greek larynx. In laryngoscopy, it denotes larynx examination. Nurses use this root in laryngitis, larynx inflammation, aiding respiratory care. 69. What does the root word metro- mean in the term metrorrhagia? Answer: uterus rationale. Metro- refers to the uterus, from the Greek metra. In metrorrhagia, it indicates uterine bleeding. This root is seen in metritis, uterine inflammation, guiding gynecologic nursing. 70. What is the meaning of the root word thermo- in a patient with thermoregulation issues? Answer: heat rationale. Thermo- pertains to heat, from the Greek therm. In thermoregulation, it indicates heat control. Nurses use this root in thermometer, heat measurer, aiding temperature management. 71. What does the root word chiro- indicate in the term chiropractic? Answer: hand rationale. Chiro- means hand, from the Greek chair. In chiropractic, it denotes hand-based treatment. This root appears in chiropody, hand and foot care, guiding musculoskeletal nursing. 72. What is the root word pod- referring to in a patient with podiatry care? Answer: foot rationale. Pod- pertains to the foot, from the Greek pos. In podiatry, it indicates foot care. Nurses use this root in podalgia, foot pain, aiding orthopedic care. 73. What does the root word spiro- mean in the term spirometry? Answer: breath rationale. Spiro- refers to breath, from the Latin spirare. In spirometry, it denotes breath measurement. This root is seen in spiration, breathing, guiding respiratory nursing. 74. What is the meaning of the root word odont- in a patient with odontology treatment? Answer: tooth rationale. Odont- pertains to teeth, from the Greek otis. In odontology, it indicates tooth study. Nurses use this root in odontalgia, tooth pain, aiding dental care. 75. What does the root word vesico- indicate in the term vesicoureteral reflux? Answer: bladder rationale. Vesico- means bladder, from the Latin vesica. In vesicoureteral reflux, it indicates bladder-ureter flow. This root appears in vesicostomy, bladder opening, guiding urologic nursing. 76. What is the root word dento- referring to in a diagnosis of dentoalveolar abscess? Answer: tooth rationale. Dento- pertains to teeth, from the Latin dens. In dentoalveolar abscess, it indicates tooth-related infection. Nurses use this root in dentistry, tooth care, aiding oral health nursing. 77. What does the root word kinesio- mean in the term kinesiology? Answer: movement rationale. Kinesio- refers to movement, from the Greek kinesis. In kinesiology, it denotes movement study. This root is seen in kinesiotherapy, movement therapy, guiding rehabilitation nursing. 78. What is the meaning of the root word bio- in a patient's biopsy procedure? Answer: life rationale. Bio- pertains to life, from the Greek bios. In biopsy, it indicates living tissue sampling. Nurses use this root in biology, life study, aiding diagnostic care. 79. What does the root word carcino indicate in the term carcinoma? Answer: cancer rationale. Carcino means cancer, from the Greek karkinos. In carcinoma, it indicates epithelial cancer. This root appears in carcinogen, cancer-causing agent, critical for oncology nursing. 80. What is the root word uretero referring to in a procedure called ureteroscopy? Answer: ureter rationale. Uretero pertains to the ureter, from the Greek ureter. In ureteroscopy, it denotes ureter examination. Nurses use this root in ureteritis, ureter inflammation, aiding urologic care. 81. What does the root word muco mean in the term mucopurulent discharge? Answer: mucus rationale. Muco refers to mucus, from the Latin mucus. In mucopurulent, it indicates mucus and pus discharge. This root is seen in mucolytic, mucus breaking, guiding respiratory nursing. 82. What is the meaning of the root word somato in a patient with somatic symptoms? Answer: body rationale. Somato pertains to the body, from the Greek soma. In somatic, it indicates body-related symptoms. Nurses use this root in somatization, body symptom expression, aiding mental health nursing. 83. What does the root word irido indicate in the term iridectomy? Answer: iris rationale. Irido means iris, eye, from the Greek iris. In iridectomy, it indicates iris removal. This root appears in iriditis, iris inflammation, guiding eye care nursing. 84. What is the root word pyelo referring to in a diagnosis of pyelonephritis? Answer: renal pelvis rationale. Pyelo pertains to the renal pelvis, from the Greek pyelos. In pyelonephritis, it indicates renal pelvis inflammation. Nurses use this root in pyelogram, renal pelvis imaging, aiding renal care. 85. What does the root word tachy mean in the term tachycardia? Answer: fast rationale. Tachy refers to fast, from the Greek tachys. In tachycardia, it indicates fast heart rate. This root is seen in tachypnea, fast breathing, guiding cardiac and respiratory nursing. 86. What is the meaning of the root word Brady in a patient with bradycardia? Answer: slow rationale. Brady means slow, from the Greek Brady's. In bradycardia, it indicates slow heart rate. Nurses use this root in bradypnea, slow breathing, aiding vital sign assessments. 87. What does the root word epi indicate in the term epigastric pain? Answer: upon rationale. Epi means upon or over, from the Greek epi. In epigastric, it indicates pain over the stomach. This root appears in epidermis, outer skin, guiding abdominal and dermatologic nursing. 88. What is the root word peri referring to in a procedure called pericardiocentesis? Answer: around rationale. Peri pertains to around, from the Greek peri. In pericardiocentesis, it indicates fluid removal around the heart. Nurses use this root in pericarditis, heart sac inflammation, aiding cardiac care. 89. What does the root word hypo mean in the term hypoglycemia? Answer: below rationale. Hypo refers to below or low, from the Greek hypo. In hypoglycemia, it indicates low blood sugar. This root is seen in hypotension, low blood pressure, guiding metabolic and cardiovascular nursing. 90. What is the meaning of the root word hyper in a patient with hypertension? Answer: above rationale. Hyper means above or high, from the Greek hyper. In hypertension, it indicates high blood pressure. Nurses use this root in hyperglycemia, high blood sugar, aiding chronic disease management. 91. What does the root word dis indicate in the term dyspnea? Answer: difficult rationale. Dis means difficult or abnormal, from the Greek dys. In dyspnea, it indicates difficult breathing. This root appears in dysfunction, abnormal function, guiding respiratory and functional assessments. 92. What is the root word eu dash referring to in a patient with euthanasia? Answer: good rationale. Eu dash pertains to good or normal, from the Greek eu. In euthanasia, it indicates good death, painless. Nurses use this root in eupnea, normal breathing, aiding ethical and respiratory care. 93. What does the root word a dash mean in the term apnea? Answer: without rationale. A dash means without or not, from the Greek a dash. In apnea, it indicates without breathing. This root is seen in anemia, without blood, guiding respiratory and hematologic nursing. 94. What is the meaning of the root word anti-dash in a patient receiving antibiotics? Answer: against rationale. Anti-dash refers to against, from the Greek anti. In antibiotics, it indicates against bacteria. Nurses use this root in anticoagulant, against clotting, aiding pharmacology nursing. 95. What does the root word contra-dash indicate in the term contraindication? Answer: against rationale. Contra-dash means against, from the Latin contra. In contraindication, it indicates against use of a treatment. This root appears in contralateral, opposite side, guiding medication safety. 96. What is the root word semi-dash referring to in a patient with semi-comatose state? Answer: half rationale. Semi-dash pertains to half, from the Latin semi. In semi-comatose, it indicates half-conscious state. Nurses use this root in semi-permeable half-passing, aiding neurologic and membrane care. 97. What does the root word poly-dash mean in the term polyuria? Answer: many rationale. Poly-dash refers to many, from the Greek polys. In polyuria, it indicates excessive urination. This root is seen in polydipsia, excessive thirst, guiding renal and metabolic nursing. 98. What is the meaning of the root word oligo-dash in a patient with oliguria? Answer: few rationale. Oligo-dash means few or scanty, from the Greek oligos. In oliguria, it indicates low urine output. Nurses use this root in oligomenorrhea, few periods, aiding renal and gynecologic care. 99. What does the root word and dash indicate in the term anesthesia? Answer: without rationale. And dash refers to without, from the Greek and dashed. In anesthesia, it indicates without sensation. This root appears in anuria, without urine, guiding surgical and renal nursing. 100. What is the root word auto-dash referring to in a patient with autoimmune disease? Answer: self-rationale. Auto-dash means self, from the Greek autos. In autoimmune, it indicates self-attacking immunity. Nurses use this root in autonomous, self-governing, aiding immunology nursing. 101. What does the root word pancreato-dash refer to in the term pancreatitis? Answer: pancreas rationale. Pancreato-dash pertains to the pancreas, from the Greek pancreas. In pancreatitis, it indicates pancreas inflammation. This root is used in pancreatectomy, pancreas removal, and pancreatogram, pancreas imaging, aiding nurses in endocrine and GI care. 102. What is the meaning of the root word vasculo-dash in a patient with vasculopathy? Answer: vessel rationale. Vasculo-dash refers to blood vessels, from the Latin vasculum. In vasculopathy, it indicates vessel disease. Nurses encounter this root in vascular, vessel-related, and vasculitis, vessel inflammation, guiding cardiovascular care. 103. What does the root word esophago-dash indicate in the term esophagitis? Answer: esophagus rationale. Esophago-dash means esophagus, from the Greek oesophagos. In esophagitis, it denotes esophagus inflammation. This root appears in esophagoscopy, esophagus examination, critical for GI nursing assessments. 104. What is the root word hema-dash referring to in a procedure called hemodialysis? Answer: blood rationale. Hema-dash pertains to blood, from the Greek haima. In hemodialysis, it indicates blood filtration. Nurses use this root in hemorrhage, blood loss, and hemoglobin blood protein, aiding renal and hematologic care. 105. What does the root word encephalo- mean in the term encephalopathy? Answer: brain rationale. Encephalo- refers to the brain, from the Greek encephalos. In encephalopathy, it indicates brain disease. This root is seen in encephalitis, brain inflammation, and encephalogram, brain imaging, guiding neurologic nursing. 106. What is the meaning of the root word thyro- in a patient with thyroidectomy? Answer: thyroid rationale. Thyro- pertains to the thyroid gland, from the Greek thyreos. In thyroidectomy, it denotes thyroid removal. Nurses encounter this root in thyroiditis, thyroid inflammation, critical for endocrine care. 107. What does the root word corneo- indicate in the term corneal transplant? Answer: cornea rationale. Corneo- means cornea, from the Latin cornea. In corneal transplant, it indicates cornea replacement. This root appears in corneitis, cornea inflammation, aiding eye care nursing. 108. What is the root word bili- referring to in a diagnosis of biliary colic? Answer: bile rationale. Bili- pertains to bile, from the Latin bilis. In biliary colic, it indicates bile-related pain. Nurses use this root in bilirubin bile pigment, guiding hepatic and GI care. 109. What does the root word cranio- mean in the term craniocerebral trauma? Answer: skull rationale. Cranio- refers to the skull, from the Latin cranium. In craniocerebral trauma, it indicates skull and brain injury. This root is seen in craniotomy, skull incision, aiding neurosurgical nursing. 110. What is the meaning of the root word dacryo- in a patient with dacryocystitis? Answer: tear rationale. Dacryo- pertains to tears, from the Greek dakryon. In dacryocystitis, it denotes tear sac inflammation. Nurses encounter this root in dacryuria, tear flow, guiding eye care nursing. 111. What does the root word pneumato- indicate in the term pneumatosis? Answer: air rationale. Pneumato- means air or gas, from the Greek pneuma. In pneumatosis, it indicates air in tissues. This root appears in pneumaticoel, air cavity, aiding respiratory and surgical care. 112. What is the root word meringo- referring to in a procedure called meringotomy? Answer: eardrum rationale. Meringo- pertains to the eardrum, from the Latin meringa. In meringotomy, it denotes eardrum incision. Nurses use this root in meningitis, eardrum inflammation, aiding ENT care. 113. What does the root word adreno- mean in the term adrenocortical carcinoma? Answer: adrenal gland rationale. Adreno- refers to the adrenal gland, from the Latin adrenalis. In adrenocortical carcinoma, it indicates adrenal cortex cancer. This root is seen in adrenalectomy, adrenal removal, guiding endocrine nursing. 114. What is the meaning of the root word condo- in a patient with chondritis? Answer: cartilage rationale. Condo- pertains to cartilage, from the Greek chondros. In chondritis, it denotes cartilage inflammation. Nurses encounter this root in chondroma, cartilage tumor, aiding orthopedic care. 115. What does the root word peritoneo- indicate in the term peritonioscopy? Answer: peritoneum rationale. Peritoneo- means peritoneum, from the Greek peritonein. In peritonioscopy, it indicates peritoneal examination. This root appears in peritonitis, peritoneum inflammation, critical for abdominal nursing. 116. What is the root word arterio- referring to in a diagnosis of arteriosclerosis? Answer: artery rationale. Arterio- pertains to arteries, from the Greek arteria. In arteriosclerosis, it indicates artery hardening. Nurses use this root in arteriogram, artery imaging, guiding cardiovascular care. 117. What does the root word colorado- mean in the term colorectal cancer? Answer: colon rationale. Colorado- refers to the colon, from the Greek colon. In colorectal cancer, it indicates colon and rectum cancer. This root is seen in colostomy, colon opening, aiding GI oncology nursing. 118. What is the meaning of the root word phono- in a patient with phonocardiogram? Answer: sound rationale. Phono- pertains to sound, from the Greek phone. In phonocardiogram, it denotes heart sound recording. Nurses use this root in phonology, sound study, guiding cardiac assessments. 119. What does the root word sclero- indicate in the term scleroderma? Answer: hard rationale. Sclero- means hard, from the Greek skleros. In scleroderma, it indicates hard skin. This root appears in sclerosis, hardening, critical for dermatologic and neurologic nursing. 120. What is the root word uretero- referring to in a patient with urethral lithiasis? Answer: ureter rationale. Uretero- pertains to the ureter, from the Greek ureter. In urethral lithiasis, it indicates ureter stones. Nurses use this root in ureteroscopy, ureter examination, aiding urologic care. 121. What does the root word labio- mean in the term labiodental injury? Answer: lip rationale. Labio- refers to the lip, from the Latin in labium. In labiodental, it indicates lip and tooth injury. This root is seen in labial, lip-related, guiding oral and trauma care. 122. What is the meaning of the root word osteo- in a procedure called osteotomy? Answer: bone rationale. Osteo- pertains to bone, from the Greek osteon. In osteotomy, it denotes bone cutting. Nurses encounter this root in osteoporosis, bone porosity, aiding orthopedic care. 123. What does the root word palato- indicate in the term palatoplasty? Answer: palate rationale. Palato- means palate, from the Latin palatum. In palatoplasty, it indicates palate repair. This root appears in palatitis, palate inflammation, guiding ENT and surgical nursing. 124. What is the root word teno- referring to in a diagnosis of tenosynovitis? Answer: tendon rationale. Teno- pertains to tendons, from the Greek tenon. In tenosynovitis, it indicates tendon sheath inflammation. Nurses use this root in tenotomy, tendon incision, aiding musculoskeletal care. 125. What does the root word thrombo- mean in a patient with thrombophlebitis? Answer: clot rationale. Thrombo- refers to a blood clot, from the Greek thrombos. In thrombophlebitis, it indicates clot-related vein inflammation. This root is seen in thrombosis, clot formation, guiding vascular nursing. 126. What is the meaning of the root word gluco- in the term glucosuria? Answer: sugar rationale. Gluco- pertains to sugar or glucose, from the Greek glykys. In glucosuria, it indicates sugar in urine. Nurses use this root in glucagon, sugar-releasing hormone, aiding diabetic care. 127. What does the root word kerato- indicate in a procedure called keratoplasty? Answer: cornea rationale. Kerato- means cornea, from the Greek keras. In keratoplasty, it denotes corneal transplant. This root appears in keratitis, cornea inflammation, guiding eye care nursing. 128. What is the root word phallo- referring to in a patient with phalloplasty? Answer: penis rationale. Phallo- pertains to the penis, from the Greek phallos. In phalloplasty, it indicates penis reconstruction. Nurses use this root in phallic, penis-related, aiding urologic and surgical care. 129. What does the root word gastro- mean in a patient with gastroparesis? Answer: stomach rationale. Gastro- refers to the stomach, from the Greek gaster. In gastroparesis, it indicates stomach paralysis. This root is seen in gastritis, stomach inflammation, critical for GI nursing. 130. What is the meaning of the root word lipo- in a procedure called liposuction? Answer: fat rationale. Lipo- pertains to fat, from the Greek lipos. In liposuction, it denotes fat removal. Nurses encounter this root in lipoma, fatty tumor, aiding surgical and metabolic care. 131. What does the root word aumento- indicate in the term omentectomy? Answer: omentum rationale. Omento dash means omentum, from the Latin omentum. In omentectomy, it indicates omentum removal. This root appears in omental, omentum-related, guiding abdominal surgical nursing. 132. What is the root word angio dash referring to in a patient with angioma? Answer: vessel rationale. Angio dash pertains to blood vessels, from the Greek angion. In angioma, it indicates vessel tumor. Nurses use this root in angiography, vessel imaging, aiding vascular care. 133. What does the root word tympan dash mean in the term tympanoplasty? Answer: eardrum rationale. Tympan dash refers to the eardrum, from the Greek tympanon. In tympanoplasty, it denotes eardrum repair. This root is seen in tympanitis, eardrum inflammation, guiding ENT care. 134. What is the meaning of the root word hepat dash in a patient with hepatomegaly? Answer: liver rationale. Hepat dash pertains to the liver, from the Greek hepar. In hepatomegaly, it indicates liver enlargement. Nurses use this root in hepatitis, liver inflammation, aiding hepatic care. 135. What does the root word cardio dash indicate in the term cardiomegaly? Answer: heart rationale. Cardio dash refers to the heart, from the Greek cardia. In cardiomegaly, it denotes heart enlargement. This root appears in cardiogram, heart recording, critical for cardiac nursing. 136. What is the root word neuro dash referring to in a diagnosis of neuropathy? Answer: nerve rationale. Neuro dash pertains to nerves, from the Greek neuron. In neuropathy, it indicates nerve disease. Nurses use this root in neurology, nerve study, aiding neurologic care. 137. What does the root word dermato dash mean in a patient with dermatomyositis? Answer: skin rationale. Dermato dash refers to the skin, from the Greek derma. In dermatomyositis, it indicates skin and muscle inflammation. This root is seen in dermatitis, skin inflammation, guiding dermatologic care. 138. What is the meaning of the root word onco dash in a procedure called oncotherapy? Answer: tumor rationale. Onco dash pertains to tumors or cancer, from the Greek onkos. In oncotherapy, it denotes cancer treatment. Nurses use this root in oncology, cancer study, aiding oncology nursing. 139. What does the root word pulmo dash indicate in the term pulmonology? Answer: lung rationale. Pulmo dash refers to the lungs, from the Latin pulmo. In pulmonology, it indicates lung study. This root appears in pulmonary, lung-related, critical for respiratory nursing. 140. What is the root word thoraco dash referring to in a patient with thoracoplasty? Answer: chest rationale. Thoraco dash pertains to the chest, from the Greek thorax. In thoracoplasty, it denotes chest reshaping. Nurses use this root in thoracentesis, chest fluid removal, aiding thoracic care. 141. What does the root word myo dash mean in a patient with myopathy? Answer: muscle rationale. Myo dash refers to muscle, from the Greek mice. In myopathy, it indicates muscle disease. This root is seen in myalgia, muscle pain, guiding musculoskeletal nursing. 142. What is the meaning of the root word arthro dash in a procedure called arthrocentesis? Answer: joint rationale. Arthro dash pertains to joints, from the Greek arthron. In arthrocentesis, it denotes joint fluid removal. Nurses use this root in arthritis, joint inflammation, aiding orthopedic care. 143. What does the root word hemato dash indicate in the term hematoma? Answer: blood rationale. Hemato dash refers to blood, from the Greek haima. In hematoma, it indicates blood collection. This root appears in hematology, blood study, critical for trauma and hematologic care. 144. What is the root word psych dash referring to in a patient with psychosomatic symptoms? Answer: mind rationale. Psych dash pertains to the mind, from the Greek psyche. In psychosomatic, it indicates mind-body symptoms. Nurses use this route in psychiatry, mind care, aiding mental health nursing. 145. What does the root word chem- mean in a patient receiving chemotherapy? Answer: chemical rationale. Chem- refers to chemicals, from the Greek chemia. In chemotherapy, it denotes chemical treatment. This route is seen in chemoprophylaxis, chemical prevention, guiding oncology nursing. 146. What is the meaning of the root word tox- in a patient with toxicosis? Answer: poison rationale. Tox- pertains to poison, from the Greek toxikon. In toxicosis, it indicates poisoning. Nurses use this route in toxicology, poison study, aiding emergency and critical care. 147. What does the root word endo- indicate in a procedure called endoscopy? Answer: within rationale. Endo- refers to within, from the Greek endon. In endoscopy, it denotes internal examination. This route appears in endocrinology, internal gland study, guiding diagnostic and endocrine care. 148. What is the root word broncho- referring to in a patient with bronchospasm? Answer: bronchus rationale. Broncho- pertains to the bronchus, from the Greek bronchos. In bronchospasm, it indicates bronchial constriction. Nurses use this route in bronchitis, bronchus inflammation, aiding respiratory care. 149. What does the root word rhino- mean in a procedure called rhinoplasty? Answer: nose rationale. Rhino- refers to the nose, from the Greek rhes. In rhinoplasty, it denotes nose surgery. This route is seen in rhinitis, nose inflammation, guiding ENT care. 150. What is the meaning of the root word ophthalmo- in a patient with ophthalmopathy? Answer: eye rationale. Ophthalmo- pertains to the eye, from the Greek ophthalmos. In ophthalmopathy, it indicates eye disease. Nurses use this route in ophthalmology, eye study, aiding eye care nursing. 151. What does the root word ot- indicate in a diagnosis of otalgia? Answer: ear rationale. Ot- refers to the ear, from the Greek us. In otalgia, it denotes ear pain. This route appears in otitis, ear inflammation, critical for ENT nursing. 152. What is the root word vaso- referring to in a patient with vasospasm? Answer: vessel rationale. Vaso- pertains to blood vessels, from the Latin vas. In vasospasm, it indicates vessel constriction. Nurses use this route in vasodilation, vessel widening, guiding vascular care. 153. What does the root word phlebo- mean in a procedure called phlebectomy? Answer: vein rationale. Phlebo- refers to veins, from the Greek phleps. In phlebectomy, it denotes vein removal. This route is seen in phlebitis, vein inflammation, aiding vascular and IV therapy nursing. 154. What is the meaning of the root word spleno- in a patient with splenectomy? Answer: spleen rationale. Spleno- pertains to the spleen, from the Greek splen. In splenectomy, it indicates spleen removal. This route appears in splenomegaly, spleen enlargement, guiding abdominal nursing. 155. What does the root word chole- indicate in a diagnosis of cholelithiasis? Answer: gallbladder rationale. Chole- refers to the gallbladder or bile, from the Greek chole. In cholelithiasis, it denotes gallbladder stones. Nurses use this route in cholecystitis, gallbladder inflammation, aiding biliary care. 156. What is the root word pneumo- referring to in a patient with pneumonitis? Answer: lung rationale. Pneumo- pertains to the lung or air, from the Greek pneumon. In pneumonitis, it indicates lung inflammation. This route is seen in pneumothorax, lung collapse, guiding respiratory care. 157. What does the root word uro- mean in a patient with urosepsis? Answer: urine rationale. Uro- refers to urine or the urinary system, from the Greek auron. In urosepsis, it denotes urinary infection. This route appears in urology, urinary study, aiding renal and infection care. 158. What is the meaning of the root word adeno- in a patient with adenoma? Answer: gland rationale. Adeno- pertains to glands, from the Greek aden. In adenoma, it indicates glandular tumor. Nurses use this root in adenopathy, gland disease, guiding oncology and endocrine care. 159. What does the root word cyto- indicate in a procedure called cytoscopy? Answer: cell rationale. Cyto- refers to cells, from the Greek kaitos. In cytoscopy, it denotes cell examination. This root appears in cytology, cell study, aiding diagnostic and oncology nursing. 160. What is the root word histo- referring to in a patient's histology report? Answer: tissue rationale. Histo- pertains to tissue, from the Greek histos. In histology, it indicates tissue study. This root is seen in histopathology, tissue disease study, guiding biopsy interpretation. 161. What does the root word leuco- mean in a patient with leukopenia? Answer: white rationale. Leuco- refers to white or white blood cells, from the Greek leukos. In leukopenia, it denotes decreased white blood cells. This root appears in leukocytosis, increased white cells, aiding hematology nursing. 162. What is the meaning of the root word erythro- in a diagnosis of erythroblastosis? Answer: red rationale. Erythro- pertains to red or red blood cells, from the Greek erythros. In erythroblastosis, it indicates immature red cell excess. Nurses use this root in erythrocyte, red blood cell, guiding hematologic care. 163. What does the root word glyco- indicate in a patient with glycogen storage disease? Answer: sugar rationale. Glyco- refers to sugar, from the Greek glykys. In glycogen, it denotes sugar storage. This root is seen in glycosuria, sugar in urine, aiding metabolic and diabetic care. 164. What is the root word immuno- referring to in a patient with immunotherapy? Answer: immune rationale. Immuno- pertains to the immune system, from the Latin immunes. In immunotherapy, it denotes immune treatment. Nurses use this root in immunology, immune study, guiding infection and oncology care. 165. What does the root word laparo- mean in a procedure called laparotomy? Answer: abdomen rationale. Laparo- refers to the abdomen, from the Greek lapara. In laparotomy, it denotes abdominal incision. This root is seen in laparoscopy, abdominal examination, aiding surgical nursing. 166. What is the meaning of the root word mas- in a patient with mastalgia? Answer: breast rationale. Mas- pertains to the breast, from the Greek mastos. In mastalgia, it indicates breast pain. Nurses use this root in mastectomy, breast removal, guiding breast health care. 167. What does the root word stomato- indicate in a diagnosis of stomatitis? Answer: mouth rationale. Stomato- refers to the mouth, from the Greek stoma. In stomatitis, it denotes mouth inflammation. This root appears in stomatology, mouth study, aiding oral care nursing. 168. What is the root word entero- referring to in a patient with enteropathy? Answer: intestine rationale. Entero- pertains to the intestine, from the Greek enteron. In enteropathy, it indicates intestinal disease. Nurses use this root in enteritis, intestine inflammation, guiding GI care. 169. What does the root word cervic- mean in a procedure called cervicectomy? Answer: neck rationale. Cervic- refers to the neck or cervix, from the Latin cervix. In cervicectomy, it denotes cervix removal. This root is seen in cervical, cervix-related, aiding gynecologic nursing. 170. What is the meaning of the root word procto- in a patient with proctitis? Answer: rectum rationale. Procto- pertains to the rectum, from the Greek proctos. In proctitis, it indicates rectal inflammation. Nurses use this root in proctoscopy, rectum examination, guiding GI care. 171. What does the root word meno- indicate in a patient with menorrhagia? Answer. Menstruation rationale. Meno dash refers to menstruation, from the Greek men. In menorrhagia, it denotes heavy menstrual bleeding. This root appears in menopause, menstruation cessation, aiding gynecologic care. 172. What is the root word orchid dash referring to in a diagnosis of orchitis? Answer. Testicle rationale. Orchid dash pertains to the testicle, from the Greek orchis. In orchitis, it indicates testicle inflammation. Nurses use this root in orchiectomy, testicle removal, guiding urologic care. 173. What does the root word salping dash mean in a procedure called salpingo-oophorectomy? Answer. Tube rationale. Salping dash refers to tubes fallopian, from the Greek salpinx. In salpingo-oophorectomy, it denotes fallopian tube and ovary removal. This root is seen in salpingitis, tube inflammation, aiding gynecologic care. 174. What is the meaning of the root word blepharo dash in a patient with blepharospasm? Answer. Eyelid rationale. Blepharo dash pertains to the eyelid, from the Greek blepharon. In blepharospasm, it indicates eyelid twitching. Nurses use this root in blepharitis, eyelid inflammation, guiding eye care. 175. What does the root word trachea dash indicate in a patient with tracheitis? Answer. Trachea rationale. Trachea dash refers to the trachea, from the Greek trachea. In tracheitis, it denotes trachea inflammation. This root appears in tracheostomy, trachea opening, aiding respiratory care. 176. What is the root word myelo dash referring to in a procedure called myelogram? Answer. Spinal cord rationale. Myelo dash pertains to the spinal cord or bone marrow, from the Greek myelos. In myelogram, it denotes spinal cord imaging. Nurses use this root in myelopathy, spinal cord disease, guiding neurologic care. 177. What does the root word vas dash mean in a patient with vasovasostomy? Answer. Vessel rationale. Vas dash refers to a vessel or duct, from the Latin vas. In vasovasostomy, it denotes ductus deferens reconnection. This root is seen in vascular, vessel-related, aiding urologic care. 178. What is the meaning of the root word phreno dash in a patient with phenoplegia? Answer. Diaphragm rationale. Phreno dash pertains to the diaphragm, from the Greek phren in phenoplegia. It indicates diaphragm paralysis. Nurses use this root in phrenic, diaphragm-related, guiding respiratory care. 179. What does the root word sarco dash indicate in a diagnosis of sarcoidosis? Answer. Flesh rationale. Sarco dash refers to flesh or connective tissue, from the Greek sarx. In sarcoidosis, it denotes flesh-like granulomas. This root appears in sarcoma, flesh cancer, aiding immunology and oncology care. 180. What is the root word pleuro dash referring to in a patient with pleurisy? Answer. Pleura rationale. Pleuro dash pertains to the pleura, from the Greek pleura. In pleurisy, it indicates pleural inflammation. Nurses use this root in pleurodesis, pleural adhesion, guiding respiratory care. 181. What does the root word lympho dash mean in a procedure called lymphadenectomy? Answer. Lymph rationale. Lympho dash refers to lymph or lymphatic system, from the Latin lympha. In lymphadenectomy, it denotes lymph node removal. This root is seen in lymphoma, lymph cancer, aiding oncology care. 182. What is the meaning of the root word aorto dash in a patient with aortitis? Answer. Aorta rationale. Aorto dash pertains to the aorta, from the Greek aorte. In aortitis, it indicates aorta inflammation. Nurses use this root in aortography, aorta imaging, guiding vascular care. 183. What does the root word chemo dash indicate in a patient with chemosensitivity? Answer. Chemical rationale. Chemo dash refers to chemicals, from the Greek chemia. In chemosensitivity, it denotes chemical response. This root appears in chemotherapy, chemical treatment, aiding oncology nursing. 184. What is the root word tonsillo- referring to in a diagnosis of tonsillitis? Answer: tonsil rationale. Tonsillo- pertains to the tonsils, from the Latin tonsilla. In tonsillitis, it indicates tonsil inflammation. Nurses use this root in tonsillectomy, tonsil removal, guiding ENT care. 185. What does the root word glosso- mean in a patient with glossodynia? Answer: tongue rationale. Glosso- refers to the tongue, from the Greek glossa. In glossodynia, it denotes tongue pain. This root is seen in glossitis, tongue inflammation, aiding oral care nursing. 186. What is the meaning of the root word phago- in a patient with phagocyte dysfunction? Answer: eat rationale. Phago- pertains to eating, from the Greek phagion. In phagocyte, it indicates cells that eat pathogens. This root appears in phagocytosis, cell eating, guiding immunology nursing. 187. What does the root word reno- indicate in a patient with renography? Answer: kidney rationale. Reno- refers to the kidney, from the Latin renus. In renography, it denotes kidney imaging. Nurses use this root in renal, kidney-related, aiding renal care. 188. What is the root word gyno- referring to in a procedure called gynecologic surgery? Answer: female rationale. Gyno- pertains to female or reproductive organs, from the Greek gyna. In gynecologic, it denotes female organ surgery. This root is seen in gynecology, female study, guiding women's health care. 189. What does the root word necro- mean in a patient with necrotizing fasciitis? Answer: death rationale. Necro- refers to death, from the Greek nekros. In necrotizing fasciitis, it indicates tissue death. This root appears in necrosis, tissue death, aiding infection and wound care. 190. What is the meaning of the root word pyo- in a diagnosis of pyothorax? Answer: pus rationale. Pyo- pertains to pus, from the Greek pion. In pyothorax, it indicates pus in the chest. Nurses use this root in pyogenic, pus-producing, guiding infection care. 191. What does the root word hydro- indicate in a procedure called hydrotherapy? Answer: water rationale. Hydro- refers to water or fluid, from the Greek hydor. In hydrotherapy, it denotes water-based treatment. This root is seen in hydrocephalus, brain fluid, aiding rehabilitation and neurologic care. 192. What is the root word laryngo- referring to in a patient with laryngitis? Answer: larynx rationale. Laryngo- pertains to the larynx, from the Greek larynx. In laryngitis, it indicates larynx inflammation. Nurses use this root in laryngoscopy, larynx examination, guiding respiratory care. 193. What does the root word metro- mean in a patient with metrorrhagia? Answer: uterus rationale. Metro- refers to the uterus, from the Greek metra. In metrorrhagia, it denotes uterine bleeding. This root is seen in metritis, uterus inflammation, aiding gynecologic care. 194. What is the meaning of the root word thermo- in a patient with thermometer use? Answer: heat rationale. Thermo- pertains to heat, from the Greek therm. In thermometer, it denotes heat measurement. Nurses use this root in thermoregulation, heat control, guiding temperature management. 195. What does the root word chiro- indicate in a patient with chiropractic care? Answer: hand rationale. Chiro- refers to hand, from the Greek chair. In chiropractic, it denotes hand-based treatment. This root appears in chiropody, hand and foot care, aiding musculoskeletal care. 196. What is the root word pod- referring to in a diagnosis of podalgia? Answer: foot rationale. Pod- pertains to the foot, from the Greek pos. In podalgia, it indicates foot pain. Nurses use this root in podiatry, foot care, aiding orthopedic care. 197. What does the root word spiro- mean in a patient with spirometry testing? Answer: breath rationale. Spiro dash refers to breath, from the Latin spirare. In spirometry, it denotes breath measurement. This root is seen in spiration, breathing, guiding respiratory care. 198. What is the meaning of the root word odont dash in a patient with odontoma? Answer: tooth rationale. Odont dash pertains to teeth, from the Greek odous. In odontoma, it indicates tooth tumor. Nurses use this root in odontalgia, tooth pain, aiding dental care. 199. What does the root word vesico dash indicate in a procedure called vesicostomy? Answer: bladder rationale. Vesico dash refers to the bladder, from the Latin vesica. In vesicostomy, it denotes bladder opening. This root appears in vesicoureteral, bladder ureter, guiding urologic care. 200. What is the root word dento dash referring to in a patient with dentofacial anomaly? Answer: tooth rationale. Dento dash pertains to teeth, from the Latin dens. In dentofacial, it indicates tooth and face anomaly. Nurses use this root in dentistry, tooth care, aiding oral and maxillofacial care.